Okay, so next what we're going to do is we are going to continue this idea of why reading is important, and we're going to look at a series of articles. I didn't want to overwhelm you, like read 7 articles and answer some questions. No, that's too much. So today I literally am going to have you look at all the articles listed on the sheet I've provided, and I want you to pick just one article, okay? Eventually, we'll be reading 2 or 3, but eventually the goal is that you're going to have your first piece of writing for me where you are arguing or persuading for reading. Okay. So all of this, the video, the articles, eventually will lead to something, but you'll have tons of stuff to work with. You won't be writing from scratch. Okay. So there are lots and lots of articles that you'll be choosing from. You are literally choosing one. Okay. And then on this document, you're going to do 2 things. You are going to take a line from the article, quote it, okay? Then you are going to paraphrase it. And you're going to do that 4 times, okay? Now, I always have a few people get slightly confused on what I mean by those 2 words. So let me pull up. So by quoting, I mean basically, this is a technique used always in academic writing. Some people think when I say quoting, you have to go in the article and find someone talking. No, no, no. A quote is simply someone else's words you're taking from the article. They could be speaking, it could just be fact. It's just not your words. So you're putting quotation marks around it. That's all it means. Do not get confused with someone speaking and just taking a line from an article. That's all I want. Okay, so when using quotations, it is important that you cite the original reference that you have taken the quotation from, and I'll show you how to do that today, as your citations provide your reader with a map of the research that you have done. And then you are going to be paraphrasing, which is just a fancy term for put it in your own words. If you're reading something, if you truly understand it, you should be able to regurgitate it to me in your own words. I'm only asking you to do that with 4 lines, okay? Not the whole article. Pick a line, then break it down for me very simply. What are they saying? What is the point of this particular line you've chosen? And obviously pick a line of substance, not something that's like 4 words and you don't have no idea to put it in your own words. But this will give me a little glimpse on how well you can paraphrase and if I should be spending more time on it this year or not. Okay? So let me give you my example. I actually chose, let me open the articles one more time. I chose the first article. I've read them all, but this one's a really, really good read. And it's called, Does Fiction Make You a Better Person? Give it a moment to load. Oops, too many tabs open. I apologize. Come on. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I read through this whole article and I was looking specifically for information that I thought was useful that could assist me in convincing someone that reading, it's good. It's good to read, okay? And then I copied and pasted it onto my document. Pull that up, okay? Now, after I copied and pasted it onto my document, I did put the source at the end. Now, I'm fully aware that all 4 of your quotes will have the same source. I just want you to get in the habit of putting it on there. So all 4 of my quotes would end with the Washington Post in parentheses. That's the name of the website, and then a period, okay? Every single quote should end that way for me because that's the site I chose. So the one I chose was, in his review of the past decade of research on the subject, he concluded that engaging with stories about other people can improve empathy and theory of mind. Now, the reason I like this article because it fit exactly what we were just talking about. So what I did to make it my own, I went back to the article and I was like, okay, who's he? So I can, instead of using he, use his actual name and changed up a couple things. What can I say instead of a decade? Oh, I could say 10 years. That's my own words. And then how can I say improve empathy and theory of mind. This is how I did it. And I turned it into 2 sentences. You can turn it into however many works for you. I said, a psychologist named Keith Oatley has been studying the impact of fiction on people for the past 10 years. His research shows that reading fiction does, in fact, make people more empathetic and aware of other people's emotions. I just try to transfer into my own thoughts without stealing theirs, okay? And for me, it's always easier not to plagiarize if I break it up in 2 or 3 sentences, 1 sentence, but whatever works for you. You might be able to do it in 1. If you can, awesome. My rule was always, if you have 3 words in consecutive order from the source, fix it, okay? You don't want to take other people's words, okay? When we do, that's when we quote, and we put quotation marks around it. So, again, you are going to choose any article that you desire. I will tell you, there was one article that was blocked. So annoying. I only think it's blocked now because of the ads. It has like 5 million ads on it. I'll tell you which one. And then if you want it, I'll print it for you. That's how we got around that 3rd period. It was, 30 reasons to read books. I guess you could look it up on your phone too, but it was blocked on Chrome. And the only thing I can think is because of the ads. The ads are kind of out of control. So you're going to pick just one article. And then you're going to go ahead and choose 4 quotes, just 4, okay, just 4. You make sure you put the source, where you got it from, which is just the name of the website, not the whole title of the article, and then try to paraphrase it into your own words, okay? And I'm going to give you the rest of the period to work on that, but I left this open through tomorrow night. And I did that purposefully, not because I think it's going to take you that long, but maybe you're really struggling to paraphrase, or maybe you're not sure if you're doing it right and you just want me to check it real quick. That's fine. So I left it open through tomorrow, midnight, to turn in. But just to let you know, tomorrow we'll be doing another source. Okay. So don't not do anything and then overwhelm yourself tomorrow with 2 assignments. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you time to work. Make sure you holler at me if you have any questions.